Welcome everyone for week 42 Bhakti Vriksha class. We begin our prayers to Srila Prabhupada. I offer my respects to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, O spiritual master. I offer my respects to you. You are servant of your Guru Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya and delivering the Western countries. Panchatattva mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhattavinda. Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so I just now sent one quick video so that more and more people can get attracted to the video and join today's session. So I hope I could sign properly and you could all understand what the class is about today. Thank you. I made a humble attempt to sign. I hope it was you all could understand. Thank you. Okay. So here we are
They're all
in
saying it was very
class
good, Mataji. People saying 80% of it was
80%.
understand almost, and people are saying it's very good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for the encouragement. Okay, so I will show you one screen today, and I want people to raise their hands and guess what those. Please don't read on the text. Okay, let me delete this. And looking at the signs, I want you to tell me what do you understand from these pictures. Okay, so I'll just share. Please raise your hands. Whoso wants to volunteer to answer. Okay, so there are six pictures. Anybody wants to come up with even one guess? It is fine. Any guesses? One word, one picture, one word. Explain. Just one word. Any volunteers? No guess?
Now, Uma Mataji is trying.
Okay.
Greed, basically.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
about
very good.
money.
Wonderful. Haribol, Haribol. One is greed. Good. I'll put it in chat. Next. Who else? Okay, Ashutosh is there. He's raising his hand. Yellow shirt, I think.
Hmm. So photos are showing anger,
Anger,
They're saying
okay.
that try Hari Krishna mantra is good for us. Bad
Yeah,
habits,
no, the photos. The photo, only the photo.
desires, etc. Basically, desires, different kinds of
Desire,
desires,
okay.
and anger, and these things we should.
Okay, anger, greed is done too. We're left with four pictures. Just one word for one picture. Okay. Nandini wants to say something.
Hmm. There was one photo showing about achievement, Mataji. Somebody was happy while the other person was sad.
Person was no, yeah, yeah, yeah. So what is that quality? What is the name of that quality? When
And
we look at somebody's achievement, we don't feel happy about it. Oh, somebody is progressing and I don't like it. What is it called?
jealousy?
Yeah, jealousy, and there's one more word to jealousy. Jealousy is also correct. There's one more word to it, jealousy. I'll type it. You're quite close. Akshu is quite close. It is called envy, right? So we've got three. And so shall I complete the others? We have to proceed with the class. So one quality is pride. Can you see one boy in white shirt with a tie and he has his hands on the waist and he has a lot of attitude. So that is one pride. Then envy. When the one person has won a trophy and the other person is not liking it. Jyotika says lust. Yes, lust and greed quite fall in the same category where we can see a woman on a staircase and two men are looking at her. So lust and greed, yes, that will be lust. And greed is when what Uma guessed that people want more and more of money. Yeah. So there is one picture which nobody has guessed, and that is there is the body and the head is not there. I'll put the mouse there. No, fear is not there. Hemant says fear. No, fear is not there. So I'll just share the screen. I'll hover my mouse on that picture. We'll discuss about that also. Okay, so this is illusion. Illusion means I am this body. We have been learning this concept in Bhagavad Gita. Illusion means thinking I'm not this soul, I am this body. Okay, so let's start our nectar of holy name. So our mind is very, very powerful. Okay. And when we have this mind, our mind always has company of these six things, which we just discussed. Our mind is full of greed, lust, anger, illusion, envy. And what else? Did I miss something? 1 second. Lust, anger, greed, illusion, pride, and envy. Yes. So our mind actually is full of all these things. So what happens is, even if somebody is very, very spiritually advanced, and if the mind is not controlled, that person will also not remain Krishna conscious. So, like how you see a snake and suddenly you try to protect yourself from the snake, because snake is a very dangerous reptile. The snake snake's venom is so dangerous. So whenever we see a snake, we try to protect ourselves. So similarly, we must protect ourselves from these six things. We should be conscious all the time that I should not be greedy, I should not be proud, I should not be envious, I should not be angry, I should not be under illusion, I should not think that I am this body. Yeah. And we should not have lust. So if you are practicing Krishna consciousness, even then it is very important to be alert about these six negative things. So what are we supposed to do? The easy thing is just engage the mind in the service of the Lord. So if mind is engaged in Krishna consciousness at every moment, then there is no chance that we will surrender to these enemies. These are like our enemies, right? Any bad qualities, if we have, we become like a demon. Like an angry person is like a demon, right? So when we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, this mantra engages our mind and we are always focusing on Krishna. And then in such a situation, these enemies cannot attack us. Otherwise, these enemies are constantly around us, trying to take advantage and trying to overpower us and defeat us. So if we are constantly aware that yes, these are enemies and I have to be careful, like how we protect ourselves from a snake. Similarly, I protect myself from these enemies. And how? Just by chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So when we are sincerely with devotion, taking Krishna's name, Krishna will protect us from all these six enemies. So thank you so much for participating in today's class. I hope you will never be able to forget these six things now, right? Our six enemies: pride, anger, greed, lust, illusion, and envy. Right? So, will all of you remember these things? Thank you so much. So, let's proceed with today's class. And as I was saying, that today's topic is very interesting. We all want peace in our life. Some way or the other, we are disturbed in our life. It's for some reason or the other. Whether we are disturbed in our job, we are disturbed with our family, in our relationships, some way or the other, our mental peace is not there. So there is a famous shloka, famous verse, which, as I mentioned in the video, and the shloka Bhagavad Gita, it is 5.29. I'll just type in. Yeah. So this is a very famous verse. This is the last verse of fifth chapter. And Krishna explains that whatever he says in this verse, he says that if people acknowledge, if they accept what I'm teaching in this verse, then it will give them 100% peace. They will become completely peaceful. So, what are those things which Krishna is saying here in Bhagavad Gita? So, first, Krishna is saying that, he's telling Arjun that I am the supreme proprietor. I'll just type it also. So what is a proprietor? Proprietor is the owner. Proprietor is somebody who for whom who will who's the master of some certain things. Like there is a piece of land or there is a big bungalow. So an owner, basically, to in simple words, owner. So Krishna says, I am the supreme proprietor. Okay, and then he says, I am the supreme enjoyer. And third, he says, I am the supreme well-wisher. So let's look at these 3 points one by one. And Krishna says, if somebody accepts and if somebody understands these three things about Krishna, he will attain everlasting peace. So these looks like to be very simple sentences. So let's understand them one by one. So first thing is Krishna says that I am the supreme proprietor. Okay, so how? So now in today's situation around the world, if you read news, if you see the newspaper, if you're a little aware, we will see that so many wars are going on in every country. Even in India, we have constant tension between China, we have constant tension between Pakistan, and now recently Bangladesh also. There is so much of tension, right? So nations fight for a piece of land. So what is the dispute between India and Pakistan? We are fighting for a piece of land. We are fighting on the border for a piece of land, right? Then families, within the families, there is fight for ancestral property. So there is a big ancestral property. Either there is a land or there is a bungalow. There is wealth, gold and money and so many things. And there is dispute. Fighting for those things. In other situation, we see that how people kill each other.
Sorry, Mataji, sorry, Mataji, your voice is breaking. I missed you after property, basically.
Property.
Families,
Okay.
families
Ancestral
fight.
property.
Ah,
Families fight over ancestral property. Okay. So, and then we have people killing each other for money. We see that how if there is a rich businessman, he gets looted for money. So if we look at our lives, we are actually motivated by two desires. So as we all know, we have so many desires. So one, we want to possess something, we want to own something that this is mine. And once I own it, I want to enjoy it. Correct. For example, I want to buy a beautiful BMW car. Why? Because I want to enjoy it. Similarly, I want a big house. Why? Because I want to enjoy it. So we think, these are our desires. We want to possess and we want to enjoy. So we won't want to possess by gaining property, money, post, or, we want to have a beautiful girl in our life or a handsome man in our life. And then we want to enjoy those things. Is it not right? Is it correct? Do you all agree with me? Yeah. Okay. But can you say that suppose you have a piece of land. Suppose I purchase a piece of land somewhere in Chennai. So can I say I'm the proprietor of this land? Yes, on paper, it is there. My name is so and so, and I have bought this property for 1 crore, and I'm the proprietor of this land. But tell me something. Was the land there before my birth? When I was born, that particular piece of land, was it there before my birth or not? And when I die, the land will still remain there. Is it correct? So during this span of life, what are we doing? I took birth. I came into this world. I bought a plot. I bought a property, but I'm not a proprietor. I'm just like a caretaker of this land because I never brought it with me. I'm not going to take it with me simply just to enjoy for say 20, 30 years, or maybe I'll pass it on to my children after I die. But that piece of land remains there itself. It doesn't go anywhere. Similarly, countries who are fighting, you know, for piece of land. We have Ukraine and Palestine. We are having this fight for such a long time. This war is going on. People are getting killed. Innocent children, women are getting killed. The whole country is disturbed. The entire world is disturbed. For what? Are we the proprietor? So that is why in this 5.29, Krishna says that I am the proprietor. I am the supreme proprietor. Everything, every property you see, everything, tree, plants, animals, everything you see in this world, it belongs to Krishna. So Krishna says, I'm the supreme proprietor. So tell me, if you'd come to know that this land, okay, I have bought it, but ultimately it belongs to Krishna, will it not give you peace? And suppose you have some property dispute in your family and people are becoming enemy of each other. Will you not think what I am to do with this piece of land? When you die, you can't even take it with you. Will that not give you peace? Oh yes, everything belongs to Krishna. Why should I feel disturbed? Are you all able to understand what I'm saying? So that is why Krishna says that I am the proprietor, and not just this piece, this earth. Krishna is the proprietor of all the planets. He's the proprietor of all the demigods. So therefore, we must understand that Krishna is the only proprietor. We are not the proprietor. We are just caretaker. Okay. So let's move on to the second point, where Krishna is the enjoyer. So now, since Krishna, uh, all the property belongs to Krishna, so automatically he is also the enjoyer. For example, we have a big bungalow, and this is a rich man, and he has got a lot of servants working for him. So who's going to enjoy in this house? Who's the biggest enjoyer? The owner or the servants?
Yeah, the boss one.
Yeah, correct. So similarly, Krishna is the boss. Krishna, everything belongs to Krishna. So that is why Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. And our happiness is in enjoying with Krishna, or doing everything for pleasing Krishna. So actually, love means we are trying to please our beloved, isn't it? So even in our relationship, aren't we trying to please our husband? We are trying to please our children. We are trying to please our parents. So love means pleasing each other. Similarly, for us, love to Krishna means pleasing Krishna. So if we look at it, actually, Krishna has In the spiritual world, Krishna has nothing to do. Krishna just sits, he plays his flutes, and he simply enjoys. That is why it is said that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. So when we are struggling so much with, our daily struggles in our life, if we just say that, no, okay, I'm going to do only those things which makes Krishna happy, then automatically you will become so contented, you will become so happy inside because you are only looking for Krishna's happiness. You're not bothered about your own happiness because your happiness will automatically come by pleasing Krishna. Like long time back, we discussed this how there is a tree. If we water the roots of the tree, the full tree becomes healthy. It will give fruits, it will give, good leaves. Similarly, Krishna is like a root. If we are giving water to the root, if we are giving our love and devotion, our bhakti to Krishna, then all the world, entire uh, you know planets, all the Devi Devtas, everybody will automatically be happy, and we will become peaceful. We will become happy just by serving Krishna. We will become automatically happy. So actually, Krishna is not like some, like Hitler or some bad ruler. Krishna is a very, very loving person, very loving person. He is just waiting that somehow, we should turn towards him and look at him. He is like a sad father that, oh, my children have gone away from him. I want my children back. So he says, you want to enjoy? You come and enjoy with me. Don't enjoy separately from me. I want to enjoy with you. I want to play with you. So when Krishna is desiring that, should we not also desire all those things? So that is why it is said Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. We are not enjoyers. We are enjoyers only when we become attached to Krishna, when we enjoy with Krishna. Otherwise, our enjoyment is very half-hearted. Like, for example, you will say that, okay, I'm going to buy a new phone, and that is going to make me very happy. Okay, yes. So we go to market, we buy a new phone. So for how many days will you be happy for the phone? 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. Then again, your life will be sad, isn't it? You want to buy a new dress. Okay, you go to market, buy a new dress. Again, you'll be happy for few days, few months. Again, you'll start feeling sad. Your child wants to buy a new toy. Children, though, within 2 days, they'll be bored. No, I want new toy now. So can you see anything that we want to enjoy in this world is so temporary. Anything we want, the happiness is not permanent. But Krishna says, if you come to me, then we will eternally enjoy with each other. That happiness will be permanent happiness. So that is why if there is any enjoyer, the biggest enjoyer is Krishna. He is the supreme enjoyer. Yeah. So am I clear till now? Are you able to understand? Okay.
Yes, yes, Mataji, everyone.
Okay. So let's move on to our third point, that Krishna is our supreme well-wisher. So how, first of all, let's understand that Krishna wrote Bhagavad Gita. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. And in entire Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling Arjuna that if you do bhakti, you'll come back to me. So can you see Even in standing in the battlefield, Krishna is telling Arjun, and through Krishna, through Arjuna, Krishna is actually trying to tell us, tell all of us who are sitting here, tell to the entire world that I want all of you back with me. We'll enjoy together. He does not want us to suffer in this material world. So, who's our well wisher? Who's our best friend? Can anybody tell what is the definition of a best friend? Any volunteers? Can anyone tell who is our best friend? Who is our, what is the definition of a best friend? Yes, Ashutosh.
I think a friend is someone we can enjoy with when we are bored. Person
Okay.
who gives us peace, gives us happiness. Someone.
Yes, very good. Very good. Uh, a well-wisher or a true friend is one who thinks good about you, who always thinks that this person should not suffer. My friend should never suffer. My friend should never cry. My friend should not be in pain. And when that friend of yours sees you in pain, when that friend of yours see you suffering, then that friend also becomes very sad. That is a true friend. Nowadays, you have friends who become happy, like, that person who's standing with the trophy, and the other person is feeling very sad that why did this person win the trophy? So nowadays, so true friend, true well-wisher is somebody who will be happy when you are happy, who will be sad when you are sad, and who will always think that my friend should get best. My friend should never suffer, right? So similarly, Krishna is our best friend. Krishna is our well-wisher. So, for example, as I said that in Bhagavad Gita, time and again, every chapter, Krishna talks about so many types of yoga systems. But ultimately, he says, do bhakti yoga, do bhakti. Yes, yes, Hemant, bhakti. Yes, correct. Uh, he always says do bhakti. Why? Because it is
Sorry,
only
sorry.
through,
Mataji, there was one bit I missed a little bit. You said the
yeah,
other yogas he's saying,
yes,
Krishna,
yes.
but he's saying
Huh.
do bhakti yoga. Can you give an example
He,
of the
yeah,
other
yeah.
yoga?
Other yoga will be like, I'll just type it. Other yoga will be Jnana Yoga. Other yoga will be Ashtanga Yoga. So, Jnana Yoga means people are not worshipping Krishna, they are only accumulating knowledge. So, they want to know Krishna only through knowledge. There is no service involved in that. Ashtanga Yoga will be you'll go to the jungle, you'll, for thousands of years, you'll just sit and meditate. Close your eyes and meditate. So Krishna says these yogas are authentic. They are correct yoga systems, but you cannot come back to the spiritual world and enjoy with me that. There is no personal relationship. So when we do bhakti, we establish a personal relationship with Krishna. Like in a prime minister office, if somebody is works very well, then he'll become a close associate of the prime minister, right? He'll become very close to the prime minister. Similarly, whereas those who work okay, they will be in the cabinet, they will be in the government, but they will not be very close to the prime minister. So similarly, we see that one who practices bhakti yoga means uh, chanting and serving Krishna. praying to Krishna's personal form, like that, believing that Krishna is a person. Whereas in Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, they don't actually focus on Krishna as a person. So that is why again and again in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that worship me in Bhakti Yoga. You come back to, and you will come back to me. Offer me, chant my name, hear my past, hear my stories, then offer food to me. And by doing these simple things, 100% you will come back to me. And that is what Krishna desires. So Krishna is our supreme well-wisher. He wants us back. He does not want us to suffer. So for example, we have a doctor. Suppose we're having a disease. And, we have faith that if I go to doctor, doctor will cure me, right? But just having faith, is it sufficient? Is it sufficient to just have faith? Yeah, doctor will cure me. And if I go to doctor and he gives me some prescription, he writes me medicine, I don't take that. So when you have faith in doctor, then you have to follow what medicine he is giving you. Similarly, when we follow Krishna, who is our doctor, who is going to cure us of this material world, then we have to have faith in Krishna. We have to practice what Krishna wants us to do. Yeah, is it not correct? But we must also understand that sometimes Krishna also punishes us. Like you say, oh, there is so much of suffering. I chant, yet I'm falling sick. I met with an accident. Somebody in my family died. Or, I had a good job and I was thrown out of the company. So we feel that I worship Krishna, but I'm suffering so much. So tell me something, when somebody steals money, he's put into jail. Or somebody commits a murder, he's put into jail, right? What is the reason for putting in the jail? So that the person does not do that crime again. It is not that the judge is enjoying, oh, yeah, I'm very happy. The thief has gone to the jail. No, he wants him to become a good person, a good human being. That is why this punishment is given, right? Similarly, when Krishna gives us punishment, when Krishna makes us suffer, that is also for our own good. How? One, that way our, one sin is removed from our bank balance. We do so many sins and we are suffering. So one sin, one kind of a, path gets removed from our long list of things. So one way we are become free from one reaction. And secondly, we become purified slowly. And we don't repeat that mistake again. Like even a father, when the child is very mischievous, the father is going to shout at the child, right? Why did you do this? Similarly, Krishna also scolds us. Krishna is a father. If we suffer, that is because Krishna wants us to think that why am I suffering? It's because my own previous karma I'm suffering. But Krishna is my well-wisher. Krishna does not want anything bad for me. I am suffering because Krishna wants me to become a better person. He wants me to become a better devotee. He does not want me to repeat my mistake again. He wants that I should leave this material world permanently and never come back here and permanently go and live with Krishna. So we see that Krishna is our supreme friend. He also gives all the necessities to us. So we see that in the jungle there are so many animals. Even in your own house, you have a cockroach or a lizard or ants. Are you giving them food? Are you feeding them apart from your pet animals, cat or dog? Are you feeding the ants? Are you feeding the insect, the butterflies, the lizard or the cockroach? Are you giving them food? But somebody is giving them food, right? So Krishna is the father of all the living entities. He makes sure that everybody gets food. So that is why there is no better friend. There is no better well-wisher of ours than Krishna. Even if he punishes us in some way, it is for our own good, right? So he wants us to come back. He wants us that we should not suffer in this material world. But unfortunately, we think, you know what we think? We think I am the enjoyer, I am the proprietor, and I am the controller. I can control this everything. The big politicians, what do they think? Oh, I can control this country, isn't it? So this, my friend, is illusion. We were talking about illusion, right? In the beginning, there's a boy without a head. He's spreading his hands. He's saying that, no, I'm the body. So when we think I'm American, I'm a Ukrainian, I'm Indian, I'm Pakistani, which means I am not thinking I'm a soul. I'm thinking, oh, I'm this body. So means I am the owner, I am the proprietor, I am the Lord. Who is Krishna? And that is the reason for our suffering. So if we realize that yes, Krishna is the supreme proprietor, enjoyer, and controller, then we will never be unhappy. We will not struggle hard to possess things. We will not, be just enjoying temporary things. Because when we are just enjoying temporary things, we suffer. When we think we are the proprietor, I am the owner of this house, we suffer. So, what kind of mindset we have to have? That everything around me belongs to Krishna. Even my children, my husband, or my wife, they within them also, like last class we discussed, right? Krishna is present in everybody. So, when we start thinking from that angle that Krishna is everything around me is the property of Krishna, then we will automatically become peaceful. Why should I bother? Like a small child, he is so happy and contented because he knows his mother is there to take care of everything. His father is there to take care of everything. Similarly, if we think that, yes, Krishna is there, he is my well wisher, he will take care of all my problems. Even if I'm suffering, he will take care of everything. Then we will become so happy and so peaceful. He is there to take care. Why should I bother? Isn't it? So, my dear friends, the peace formula for today's class is that accept that Krishna is the supreme proprietor, he is the supreme enjoyer, and he is our best well wisher. If we follow these three things, we will automatically become very, very happy and very, very peaceful. But for that, you have to do your chanting and you have to accept that my position is like a servant and Krishna is my master. If you believe that, otherwise you think I'm the master and who is Krishna? I don't know who's Krishna. With that attitude, we will only suffer. So if you want to enjoy in this material world, then acceptance of Krishna as the supreme is the formula for our peace and happiness. So with that, we come to the end of our class. I hope you could understand the class I try to this actually this shloka of this verse is very, very complex. And it took me a long time to make it simplified. I did a lot of research, a lot of reading, and so that to what level can you understand all of you? So I hope I could make you understand. You can please view the class again, see the recording of the class again if you found anything difficult. And most likely by next week, I think we'll have a question answer session. We can have your questions answered. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Any questions?
I take a 2 minute breather, Mataji. Yeah?
Yes, yes. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
Mataji,
Yes.
that Krishna is waiting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are busy enjoying in this material world.
Yeah.
What are the kind of behaviors which help us focus towards Krishna?
See, one is we should try to be conscious of staying away from these six things that I spoke to you today, like greed, lust, envy, anger, illusion. So actually, intentionally trying to focus does not help us because senses are very, very dangerous things. So when we are focusing in Krishna's service, then becomes little easy to control these bad qualities in us. So practical tips, uh, I would, as again, I have been requesting everybody is that you continue wherever, whatever you're doing in your life, and you do that. How can I please Krishna? Like you are reading Bhagavad Gita, right? Similarly, you should try to inspire other people. You should try to talk to other people about reading Bhagavad Gita. These are small, small things you can do. You have been reading Bhagavad Gita for a long time and you're very fond of reading Bhagavad Gita. So from your side, you can take a small effort of inspiring your friends, your relatives. Not don't tell them big things, small sentences that what you learned today. Uh, who's the enjoyer? Like these are also very complex things. Something very small. Why don't you offer food to Krishna? Why? Because when we are in daily life, we are killing so many insects and we are eating. So we're eating sin. Why don't you offer food to Krishna? And if they don't believe in Krishna, it's okay. Tell them to offer food to some Devi Devtas, to some God. At least they can become pious in some way. So small, small effort, if you can do with along with your chanting. Chanting has to be there permanently. Chanting is no negotiable, not negotiable. There is no compromise. Chanting has to be done. Apart from chanting, you can do something like this. Sometimes you should try apart, you should tell your mother, I want to cook myself. So try to cook something small, like some very easy vegetable, some very sweet dish. You try to cook it and if you can like one day you can cook a bowl of rice, offer it and distribute it to the poor people. So you will get their blessing and you will be able to distribute prasadam to them. So there are so many things you can do by which you can always think of Krishna and you will be saved from all these six dangerous things in your life. I mean, I can discuss more, but we have other people also to answer the question. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Namaskar. My
Hare-
father,
Okay.
hmm. Mataji, something like what Prabhuji is saying is that my father, yeah, just very frank here, that my father apparently is angry and jealous, feeling that I am not good looking. I don't have a
Okay.
good features
So,
and all, so he gets angry
okay.
with me and stuff like that.
So, but is getting this face, is it in your control? Did you design the face yourself? You can ask your father. I'm your son only. I did not fall from the sky. You only gave birth to me. My mother gave birth to me. Whether I'm white, my skin is white, my skin is black, or whether I'm good looking or I'm not, I'm your child only. And there is no control of how will you look? It is in control of Krishna, right? What kind of, and from my, if I look at you, you look very handsome. I don't think there is anything wrong in you. You look very nice. You should throw away this thought. Maybe your father feels like that, but don't think about it. Maybe he has some other tension in his life. That is why he talks to you like that. But don't worry. Don't think about him. You can ask so many people are there today, 35 people. Ask everybody, how are you look wise? You look very handsome to me. See, so many people are saying you look so nice. So don't worry. Maybe he has some other issues in his life. Maybe he's not satisfied in his life. He's disturbed with something. That is why he says like that. Try to do something good in life and then he'll be proud of you. Just be a good person.
Mm. I
What
think
does that mean?
something more also, but we also have Uma Mataji
Yeah,
raising.
yeah. Let Suma finish. Can you type in Bengali? You can type me a question in Bengali. I think you're from Bengal. You can type in Bengali. I will answer you separately in WhatsApp. Are you able to type Bengali?
Mataji, I think some internet issues also at his end.
Uh-huh.
Hare Krishna Mataji, there's some nice thing I picked from the session today. Hmm. She gets up at 4 and does a little bit. Maid, I think Uma Mataji is maid.
Okay,
She's
okay.
like that her husband drinks and they have financial issues, a lot of problems, they have children, they're at school, and she basically washes dishes all day, and yeah, she doesn't have time to practice basically something spiritual or something. Mm. And basically trying to save money and stuff like that. So how do we, what to say to her kind of?
Hmm. Yeah, life is difficult. People have difficult problems in their lives. You can tell her to sometimes give prasad. You can call her husband and try to explain to him, try to give him prasad. And yeah, tell her also to do. Actually, this drinking is a big issue. We can't, I cannot say that, you bring him to my class and I'll change him. But yes, changes do come, but then we also have to suffer our own karmas also. She should focus on our children and our own self. I mean, it's a very personalized problems to give a solution here with everybody would be very difficult. I would just say that you tell her to chant Hare Krishna and try to give prasad to her husband. Sometimes, Krishna can do miracles, but of course, she has to have faith that Krishna will change her life.
So I think it's also the financial thing, no? That they would
Yeah,
think that
yeah.
some kind of there'll be a magic or a miracle and their money will come and all. So how?
No, those kind of things can't happen like that. We all know Krishna does not believe in miracles. Krishna does not tell us, I will do miracles for you. Krishna wants us to finish our karmas here and come back to him. And that is why we will see that even if they are those who are devotees, you can see them suffering because Krishna is not interested in removing your problems. He wants you to finish your business and not come back to this material world. Yes, other Devi Devtas, they can fulfill your desires, but Krishna will fulfill only, I mean, Krishna will grant these things also, not a problem, but he does not want us here. He wants us to come back to him. Hare Krishna. So I'm waiting for the videos from people, the Hare Krishna Mantra videos. Only Vaishali has sent it to me till now. And I request all of you to please send me those who did not get the class last time. uh, Please send it. You just have to chant Hare Krishna Mantra once, the plain background in a horizontal view, and send it to me. I'm trying to compile the video. Like one mala, 108 people. I'm combining and making a video. So please send me. Those who have sent me earlier 2 years back need not send it. But I can see a lot of new people. I request you to please send it to me to just chant Hare Krishna mantra once in sign language and send it to me. Rohit, our time is up. We can take your question next time. Okay, he's put his hand down. Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much. Okay, that'll be all for the class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for the class. Hare Krishna.